Welcome to the November 2019 edition of Outlook Video, your nationally recognized award-winning lesbian, bisexual, transgender communities. I'm Johnny Zick.
And I'm Christine Conkle. This month we have a very full show. Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg will be talking with a special group of producers who are working on LGBTQ documentaries. These individuals are part of CreaTV Studios' DocuMentorMe team, who are all working on LGBT film projects. They are part of a 12-week mentoring program to build their skills in storytelling and documentary.
Gabrielle Antolovic will talk with a couple of the documentarians. We'll find out what it means to produce a deeply personal story. I hope that we'll be able to see some of their videos on our show when they are completed.
Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg and Eric Chong were at Silicon Valley Pride. They got to chat with several groups at the festival. Roberta will be interviewing representatives from PFLAG and more.
PFLAG stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Whenever a PFLAG contingent walks in a pride parade, they receive the loudest cheers. It's definitely for the love and acceptance we feel in their support of our LGBTQ family. Roberta chatted with Karen Paesi about the San Jose and San Mateo PFLAG chapters. Hey Christine, what do you like to do on your free time?
I really love going to the parks. Santa Clara County has 28 regional parks with interpreter rangers who are super friendly with our LGBTQ community. Interpreter Karen Ju was at Silicon Valley Pride talking about South Bay parks. Get out of the concrete jungle and into your local nature reserve or cultural venue.
Well, I certainly enjoy getting outdoors when I have a chance. Wiggsy Sivertsen has been fighting for equality for all in the Santa Clara County for nearly 40 years. Several distinguished leaders in the county came to give Wiggsy tribute for all of her hard-fought battles in a night sponsored by BAMEC.
Wow, that's really a full show. But first, let's start with the producers in CreaTV's DocuMentorMe program. That's so clever.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, CreaTV here in San Jose introduced a free 12-week program meant to encourage LGBTQ+ members of our community to explore the creative art and process of storytelling through documentary media production. We are happy to have some of those participants with us here tonight. Welcome, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And also we have James,
Hi.
who is the Community Relations Specialist, is that correct?
Community Media Specialist, yeah.
Media
And I'm
Specialist,
one of the
okay.
instructors along with my coworker Vanessa, leading the 12-week documentary program.
This is fantastic. This is the first time this has ever happened, correct?
Here at CreaTV, yep.
Yes, indeed. And please tell us a little bit about your part in it and what brought you to do this.
Okay, for sure. So hello everyone, my name is Sergio, and so I'm currently a third year at San Jose State University, and I'm actually a part of this program because I want to document trans and non-binary experiences, specifically in the San Jose area, and basically like the injustices that we go through and kind of educate others on the topics.
Okay, and for you, please.
My name is Keisha, and my documentary is about my life and the struggles I've gone through as being part of the LGBTQ, and hoping my story can help others in the community so they can survive and move forward.
All right, storytelling at its best. Please go on.
Hi, I'm Julia. I am a film student at San Jose State, and I wanted to film about the unemployment rate in the LGBTQ community, and I'm hoping to shed some light and educate others about these issues.
Hi, my name's Edie. I'm putting together a documentary for the LGBT community called Fireside Chats, and it is a bibliography connecting people in the community to resources in our community as well.
Well, Edie, we'll start with you since you still have the mic in hand. Tell us, please, you learned, besides writing, I take it that you're writing your own script for these documentaries as well?
Well, I'm not writing a script because it is a documentary, but I
Okay.
am putting together the scenarios.
Okay.
So we put together some thumbnails and a storyboard so we could plan ahead.
Okay. And Julie, can you tell us, please? You're learning also the techniques, so you've come to the studio, sir, to learn what's going on behind the camera, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've gone over how to operate the camera, how production, pre-production, post-production, how that's all going to work out. And it's a lot more hands-on experience than what you may experience in school, like what I'm studying.
Okay. Keisha, tell us about a little bit about your documentary and what you've learned here to bring this together.
I've learned how to use the film because I'm going to need film. So I've learned how to use the film and learned how to use props and different types of language and being able to edit and fun stuff with him and her and Menda.
Okay.
And just learning a lot.
Okay.
It's really, my documentary is great.
Terrific.
I'm excited.
Excellent. And Sergio, tell us also a little bit about what you've learned and what you've brought in your creative aspects.
Well, honestly, I've learned a lot. It's only been like maybe 2-3 weeks, but I feel like I've learned a lot. I've learned about white balance. I've learned about how to open up a tripod, what's the most perfect camera to use in certain situations, the ethics of going into a documentary, and a bunch of more things as well.
Yes, it's really amazing when you think, turn on the TV and you think, oh, gosh, that looks easy. These people are just chatting it up. But then once you do into production, you realize there's so much more to it. Correct, James?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. So you're teaching these folks all these different aspects.
Yeah, it's so much more than even just the hands-on technical stuff. It's about how do I share my story, how do I talk about it, am I asking the right questions, kind of thing. But also, like, this whole 12-week journey is meant to be super healing and connecting and collaborative, and I couldn't be prouder I couldn't be more proud, of all of you guys.
That's
So.
terrific. Well, you each have great stories to tell, and you sound like you're very creative in doing it also. So James, tell us, this is going to be an ongoing program?
Yeah, so we said earlier this is the first time we were doing it, first time it's happening here at CreaTV, but it's meant to be ongoing each year, and so it'll start to roll around again in fall next year, and should continue to be another 12-week program even next year.
And not necessarily for the LGBTQ community. It may expand to include others in the community?
Yeah, for sure. Right now we're just really targeting the LGBTQ community because we feel like the queer community needs their voice uplifted even more right now. But that's not to say, next year might be artists of color.
Okay.
The year after that might be everyone who falls into like just really low income or even the homeless community.
Or how about elders?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good idea
I think
too.
each year the topic or the focus group might shift.
Terrific, terrific. And where can people go to look for more information about this DocuMentorMe program?
Well, we got our website, creatvsj.org, but I say we're really doing awesome on social media right now. Shout out to our marketing coordinator, Miranda, who's been managing Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, so I'd check out all the social media platforms too.
Okay. Well, thank you all for participating. I can't wait to hear your story and see your stories, and sharing your creativeness with the rest of us and with our viewers. Thank you for putting this program together with CreaTV. So now you know where to go to find out more information. Please do check it out. I think you're going to like it.
Welcome to Outlook Video. I'm Gabrielle Antolovich, and we have two of the people who are producing documentaries here. We've got Keisha and Edie here, and they're doing very different documentaries. So you're doing one about yourself. So what inspired you to do that?
What inspired me to do that is there's so many people in society right now that have their mask on and that are scared to come forward, and the LGBTQ community that have had heartache and pain in jobs, molestation and different things, and me being a victim of them all. I want our society to know that you can take off your mask, you can get help, and you can be successful.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
And you, Edie?
So mine is a bibliography on resources in
connecting people in the community with resources that are available here. And part of what inspired that is hearing so many people not be aware of where the resources are, and I want to be able to connect people to those resources.
It's interesting, you could dovetail your two documentaries. You know, when people are afraid to come out, if they had the resources, that would be helpful. Yes. So what resources have you had that you're going to show in your documentary?
The resources that I have is the LGBTQ county. It's not county, but they're part of the county that help you. Also, meditation, and I have it's kind of hidden. There's some stuff in there that's I don't really want to.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I could tell you some, but I have some good stuff in there, and it's definitely worth the firecracker at the end.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
Oh, you wait.
Yay.
Okay.
Which is what a good documentary has,
Yeah.
a firecracker at the end.
Yes.
Yes. And what's yours? What's going to be your crescendo?
My crescendo? Well, let's see. So it was inspired by this other thought that I have of, it's fireside chat. So having people in local places that are LGBTQ friendly, that have fireplaces, so given the season and all, and connecting the resources with the people that are seeking the resources and having them have conversations.
Oh, that sounds great. Wow. So and the season is coming up, you know, where on television they have the fire burning on TV. Yeah, so when you wanted to do a documentary, what made you come to what you wanted to do? Was it already in you?
I've been writing a book. I've had on masks all my life. And finally, when you realize the resources you have, and even in jobs I've been discriminated against because of my gender and stuff, when you realize who you are and the resources you have, the masks come off and you're free. And I want other people to know you can be free.
Yeah, despite the world.
Yes.
Yes. And there's you bringing the resources together.
Yeah, so being an active part of the community and then also being very social and visible and meeting many people who many times have conversations about, oh, I need this resource, like, you know, maybe being tested for STDs, maybe getting some behavioral health resources, maybe just getting support or maybe looking for jobs, those sort of things. And I usually know where those are, but instead of just helping 5 people, I'd like to help more, you know, help the masses. And we have events here, right, where people can come together maybe once a year, and I think having a living documentary is really going to help people access that.
So you're a walking resource center, and you are a living resource.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I like it. So, you know that you can see these documentaries at 3 Below Zero. Oh no, it's 3 Below. Which is a movie theater downtown San Jose, and it's going to be December 14th at 6 p.m. Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank
All right.
you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Yo estoy Jared Tomás Barrios y están mirando Outlook Video.
We're here with Karen Piazzi of PFLAG, who's going to tell us a little bit about it, what it is in this community for the LGBTQ community, and how often do you meet?
So PFLAG is primarily a support group for families who have members of their family who are any part of the LGBTQ community. We meet once a month. We meet in San Jose, and we meet once a month in San Mateo. We get together primarily to support the families that are going through the journey with their family members. When we meet for about 2 hours, and we're really an informal support group. The PFLAG group also does do educational and advocacy work for the community as well. They can send people from the Speakers Bureau to different meetings to speak on behalf of PFLAG.
So it's not just parents and friends gathering together to talk it up, but it's also educational.
True. It has both components. Absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. And about how many people come to their group?
It really depends on which forum. So we have some newer forums. We have also a Spanish-speaking community. It's a growing forum in San Jose. They meet also once monthly. We have a new growing forum for trans families, and so those tend to be, they're still burgeoning, but then we have some well-established meetings as well in San Jose and San Mateo.
And for more information, people can go to the website?
Absolutely. They can go to the local chapter website, which is pflagsanjose.org. And then there's also a national chapter, which has a lot of great reference materials on it. And they can look that up on Google as well.
Terrific. Thank you so much for this information. This is extremely good information.
Thank you for coming.
But also, just for being supportive of the LGBTQ community.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. We're here with Kelsey Jew, who is a park interpreter who's having too much fun at this booth at the Silicon Valley Pride. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me join you.
Well, please tell us, what is it that you do specifically with the park?
Absolutely. So I'm a park interpreter, and my job is to connect the public with the natural resources and cultural resources at the parks. So for example, if someone comes to a park and they're asking, why am I here? Why do I want to see this tree? I'm going to tell them, hey, this is a redwood tree. It is the tallest species of tree on the entire planet Earth, and it has a root system as big as a football court, and that's kind of like all of our communities just coming together to support one thing that's going in one direction. But if you didn't have that park interpreter, you just be like, there's a tree, no big deal.
Precisely. You get to tell people all the specifics about the park, which I've loved since I was a child. Luckily, I grew up with that. But we didn't have park interpreters. We had to look it up on books and find it out ourselves. So anyway, what you do is terrific. But you also do an outreach to the community, is that correct?
Absolutely. So outreach is really important. Summer and fall season, we get to do a lot of great fairs. Santa Clara County Fair just happened. We had environmental volunteers at Silicon Valley Fair, and now here we're at Silicon Valley Pride, because the parks are only as good as the people that use them. So if the parks aren't providing the community a service in a way that fits them, makes them feel welcome and safe, then really we're not doing our job. So it's all about working together.
Welcome and safe. I'm glad you said that. And also that you reach out to inner city people as well to get them out of the high rises and out into the open?
Absolutely. So for myself, when I first came to California, I was living in San Francisco, also inner city, and I had no idea about national parks or county parks. And having the opportunity for our 28 parks that are available in Santa Clara County, a good number of them are actually accessible by VTA. If not in an urban environment, you should be able to walk there. So it's a great opportunity.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for the work that you do for the public at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining.
We love to get mail from you. Email us at comments@outlookvideo.org.
To contact us by phone, call 408-293-3040, extension 205.
Visit our website at outlookvideo.org.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/outlookvideo.
And connect with us at facebook.com/outlookvideo.
So, small example, everybody can make a change that lasts. Okay? So, Wiggsy, San Jose State. I have to say something else too. Wiggsy is Baymet to me, as is Ken. I met Wiggsy originally at a party at Paul Wysocki's house in the 70s when I was with my first partner. I was a student at San Jose State from 66 to 70 in my undergraduate days. Didn't know Wiggsy then, didn't know I was a lesbian then graduate school over a period of years. Still didn't know her. Got to San Jose State in the 80s to work. I was personally rewarded by the things that we did at our staff faculty LGBT association. And I know that Wiggsy, single-handedly or with others, had made San Jose State a safe place. You know those signs at the fire department to went out with the baby and it says safe place, you know, and everybody knows if they have a problem, they can go there. That was what San Jose State became with the work that Wiggsy and others did. So,
Ken alluded to the fact that she put herself out there and took the hits, and it took that conviction, that fearlessness that she has, But what we haven't really dwelled on yet, and what I'd like to talk about, is her kindness. She has been able to co-opt people because she will listen to them. And she doesn't just listen to them, she listens to them with respect and authentic kindness. I mean, she really wants to hear what they have to say. And she tells me stories about some of her students who maybe didn't always see things eye to eye with her, but throughout, even if if she didn't agree with them, or if they didn't agree with her and they wanted to take away her marriage or her civil rights, she would always listen to them. And so for me, I feel like we're so lucky in this community, in this county, to have Wiggsy here. Whenever I've spent time with her, I feel buoyed, I feel more hopeful, and I feel like I still have the faith and the will to do it. We can do it like Wiggsy did it, we can do it the Wiggsy way, which to me is to cut through the compost, because I was told don't swear on camera. Cut through the compost with respect, moving forward, with authentic regard for others, and with really a shining conviction for doing what's right and what's just. Thank you so much.
You wouldn't think so. African-American DA, lesbian woman, but hey, nobody could beat us. We fought them left and right, and we fought each other, but they need therapy. I think they gotta go to jail first, Wiggsy. They gotta go to jail first. We put together so many events. We did the first domestic violence walk in Santa Clara County. I think we did over 10 years. San Jose PD, we brought together people that folks would never think would come together to walk through the streets of San Jose and say domestic violence has got to stop. Wiggsy always spoke up for the gay community. I'd nod. Yeah, by the way, Wiggsy would say. And we kept the mess going.
I first met Wiggsy when I was a young professional back in 1989. And it was probably 2 months I was there, and we opened our first sport club. And we had a young man come in and said, I'd like to join. He said, I would like to have a family membership. But the family membership was his partner who was male. And the young person at the front desk said, I don't know if we can do that. Well, the young man left. Well, guess what happened? Next morning, I get a call at 9 a.m. in the morning. Wiggsy's on the phone. Who are you? And then she went on and said, the F word started to fly for 15 minutes. I'm surprised because tonight it hasn't. She hasn't used it once. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was to bleep this out, it would sound like Morse code, because that's how many times she was using it. And at the end of her rant, I said, okay, so what do we do? Tell me what we do to fix this. So we sat down and we talked about it. And then I invited her to do a training for us. And as I walk in, she's looking at me, kind of like this. And I'm thinking, all of a sudden I knew she had put the L word on my forehead. And she did. You know, and I hadn't been out. I didn't feel safe at San Jose State. And I hadn't been out. By the end of that year, she had outed me. But I always knew she had my back.
And that's a wrap for this month's edition of Outlook Video. You can watch extended versions of our segments and archive past programs on Outlook Video's YouTube channel at youtube.com/OutlookVideo. Be sure to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell for notification of our latest videos.
Also, friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/OutlookVideo. Outlook Video is made possible by generous donations from viewers like you and talented volunteers behind the camera, whose names you'll see as we close. If you live in the Bay Area and would like to volunteer, contact us through our Facebook page. We close the show with Aztec dancers at Silicon Valley Pride.
Oh, nice.
The Calpulli Tonalehqueh dancers bless the Pride Festival with their chants and dance by calling on Mother Earth.
From all of us here at Outlook Video, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month. Bye-bye for now.
give our blessing and our thanks to our Ohlone brothers and sisters who are the caretakers of this land here in San Jose. Our name is Calpulli Tonalehqueh. Calpulli means community. Tonalehqueh means warriors that accompany the sun in its path.